I know it was a grueling battle out there, but were there times in the second half when you just felt it out there? You were just feeling it. I mean, you just seemed like you were scoring everything.
Yeah, that was a turnaround from the first half. I don't know. Credit my teammates for just like keeping me in the game mentally at halftime. Like we were all talking about, those are good shots. If we get those same exact shots, we're gonna be fine the second half. So yeah, I think that was just kind of one of those games where you got to stay the course. In our defense, I mean, another one of those games where we weren't shooting the ball well first half. Some of us, you shot well, but I mean, control what you can control on the defensive end and holding them to, I don't even know, 50 points. That offensive team holding them to 50 points throughout the game is just, I mean, that was a heck of an effort by us tonight.
What can you say about Jaelyn's performance?
Yeah, I mean, she's the reason that we had a chance this game. I mean, that first half she was just consistent. Second half, knocking down shots. Yeah, she did it all. And then defensively, I mean, she got a huge stop for us. Just gets her hands on the ball. She just does all the little things and does them really well. Yeah, and that's why you see, I don't know, that's why you see her playing so much. We need her on the court, and she's a threat. So just proud of her.
And Jaelyn, what can you say about Serena's performance tonight?
Yeah, I feel like Serena just does it all for our team, and she brings a lot of energy to our team. Yeah, I would say she's a really reliable player, obviously, like as you saw. Just trying to get her the ball every chance we get while she's hot, making great moves. It always amazes me how patient she is with the ball. I feel like I could never do that. But yeah, just very reliable and brings a lot of energy to our team. Yeah.
For both of you, you've both played in some pretty great environments now at Bramlage. How does this one compare to some of those games?
That was so fun. Like, that was so much fun. We go to, there's nowhere in the Big 12 that we go that is even close to that environment that you guys saw tonight. And we had it last game. So, yeah, even just women's basketball in general throughout the country, you do not see that. You do not see the crowds. You do not see students getting front row seats. Yeah, they were big time tonight. They were so huge for us. Just keeping us in it when we're struggling. I mean, we're getting stops on defense. Coach Mitty always says that we have a really smart crowd, so they were loud when they made a run at the end with 5 minutes left or whatever. Like, our crowd knows when we need their help. So yeah, I mean, that was just so much fun. So cool to play in Bramlage. It's so cool.
Serena, who else deserves a shout out about your defense's performance?
Everybody. I could go. Coach Mitty went through a lot of players in the locker room, and I could do the same exact thing. Everybody just we had a game plan tonight. We've done a really good job on our scout. We stuck to it. Everyone was flying around. That's kind of been our thing right now without Yoki in, just finding a way, having people scramble. I think the one person that Coach Mitty shouted out in the locker room was Zai. She obviously struggled tonight offensively, but she never let that affect her defense. Like, she knew it was so much greater than whether she was making shots. She was setting up the press. She was putting pressure on them right away, making them not want to run their offense. So that's exactly what you need to be a good team and to win these type of games, is being mentally consistent and doing it for your team.
Did you guys come out feeling a little bit nervous at all? Missing some shots that typically go in, but the biggest crowd of the night, huge student section, anything like that?
Were you nervous?
I can't say that I was nervous. I was super excited, just like seeing everyone start filling in. I was super excited to play in front of that crowd and play for them. Yeah, of course, when you struggle a little bit, you kind of just want to turn your defense up, if that makes sense. Yeah, and use your defense to give energy to the crowd and things like that. But yeah, I wouldn't say, were you nervous? I was pretty excited.
I was a little nervous. I think this was just one of the games that you have circled on the calendar. You see it weeks ago that this is going to be a big game. So I was a little bit nervous. Obviously missing some easy shots in that first half. But again, credit to my teammates. We got in the locker room. They're like, Serena, you have time. Like you're open. Just slow down. Like those are easy shots. And yeah, so I was good second half.
Serena, I know you've always had good post moves, but I've never seen you just, live in the paint like you did tonight. Just kind of what went into that, and why do you feel like you were so effective?
I don't know. I was working on that little turnaround jumper. I struggled with that against Iowa State, so I knew I didn't want to miss it short. I missed, I think, one short tonight. That was a big thing in my mind. Like, don't miss short. If you miss, you miss, but give it a chance. So that was going on through my head. And then just reading the defense, I mean, when they sent two, I kicked out for Gisela for a wide open three. That was a huge shot. So her ability to knock down that shot makes them have to decide. And then they sent someone off of Tamira. She knocks down a shot. So, like, credit my teammates for forcing their players to have to stay out and just letting me kind of go to work down low. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's fun.
Is it more fun to score in the post as opposed to sending out assists, or do you care?
It's fun. It is really fun to score in the post. I will not lie. But it's also a lot of fun to, like, pass out and have them shoot wide open threes and knock them down. It's like that's just a tough spot for the defense to be in.
Jaelyn, you guys sort of get really aggressive on defense for 40 minutes, and you guys are pressing, you guys are blitzing, you're doubling in the post, whatever have it. Do you sort of get the sense that that's frustrating them throughout the game, or do you sort of just keep going with it and hope that it frustrates them?
Yeah, I would say, of course, like, if that's our game plan, that's what we want to stick to. But I would definitely say I could speak from being on the opposite end of that. Like, it just kind of does get you a little bit flustered, gets you sped up because you obviously have to get it past half court, whatever. You want to try and beat the press as best as you can. So I would definitely say it does get the other team sped up, which also works to our advantage. And then puts the ball in other players' hands that maybe aren't used to, like, running the show for that team. So I would say that kind of running and jumping and blitzing and things like that does work to our favor.
I know that's sort of the identity without Ayoka out there because she takes up so much of the paint, but when Coach sort of presented this as the strategy, how exciting was it for you to be able to know that, you know what, we're getting super aggressive on defense?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's exciting. Of course, it's always fun, like, deflect the ball, your teammate picks it up, okay, now you're on a fast break. That's always exciting, and I think that brings a lot of energy to our team. Of course, like, it is a little more tiring than just running back and getting set and things like that. I feel like getting deflections and steals makes it all worth it, so, yeah.
And then in the first half, you made some big shots to not only keep you guys in the game, but at one point give you the lead. What does it say about this team that, you know, when Serena can score 23 in the first half, but when she's struggling and other people are, or second half, but when she's struggling and other people are struggling, there are players like you who may not score 20 a night, but can come up with key shots throughout the game?
I think our team just has a lot of threats in the scoring aspect. And then I think it also shows how mentally tough our team is. Just like Serena had said about Zai, she did struggle a little bit, but she never let up on defense, and I feel like that brought a lot of energy to our team. So I think, it shows that, one, other people can step up and be, like, threats, which makes it hard for the other team, but also just that we're tough and, things like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big win, no doubt. But I think we've already talked about this in the locker room post game that it's gonna come down to the wire with this conference. We play a team Saturday that beat that team that we just played. So really, anything can happen in this conference, and we're just gonna take it one game at a time, not get too high, not get too low, no matter what happens. But yeah, it's a big win for us.
Serena, what's that like in the second half when every shot you're putting up's going in, fans are going crazy? Is there anything better than that?
No. Nothing better. There's nothing better. That was so much fun. Once again, just our fans. Like, they just create that environment. They create it. They bring energy that gets me going. Nothing better.
Anything else for the players? One
Yeah, that's a big question. I don't know. It's just been a lot of fun to like stay here at K-State and like stay under this coaching staff, and they have like such a good understanding of my strengths, my weaknesses. Like they've helped me so much since my freshman year, just kind of work through my reads, work through. I mean, I was definitely not posting people up my freshman year, so just kind of like to add more things to my game has been a lot of fun. And then just to play with girls like Jay, I've known for 11 years now. Like that's just such a big deal. That's a key piece to our team is just having that chemistry. Yeah, and just playing on a selfless team like this. Like I shot the ball 21 times tonight, which seems crazy. I shot the ball 3 times at KU, and I do not care. I don't think anybody on our team cares about that. Like we just want to win. That's our mindset. We don't care who's hot. We just want to win each and every night. So I think just credit to the people around me for helping me have this career that I've had so far.